Hey guys, it's me. Finally, after a long while, I'm finally doing a video in which I can just basically do a channel update of sorts. So, as you can tell, I'm slowly getting back in the swing of doing LPs. And as you can tell, I've already started doing, going back to Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2 Sisters Generation. It's going to take me a bit of time to actually get back in the swing of, say, get like a good feel of what I've been doing going again. But, things take time. As far as Rogue Galaxy is concerned, I'm putting that on hiatus. Because for the life of me, just going through that one dungeon in Zerad, it's very tiresome. And I'm either thinking maybe I should redo it, or instead of going to the left dungeon, I should go to the right dungeon first. I am not entirely sure. Or maybe I'll look it up. I'll look up a video walkthrough on YouTube and see if I had done something wrong. It's hard to say. Now, if you're wondering what's going on with me as far as my voice is concerned, I may have strained my voice a bit over the past weekend, and I've been fighting a cough for the last couple of days. So I've been bombarding myself with cough drops and hot and sour soup and even something from Subway. And on top of that, well, since today, or by the time you see this, by the time this video goes up, it'll be like Friday morning. But at the time of me recording this, it's almost 3 p.m. Thursday. So, yeah, it's a thing. Although I can't say that, I've been keeping busy all this time without being on my main computer because, well, I've been on desktop well, not desktop, but laptop. But I'm so glad to be back on this. Really, I am. Because now I can actually finish up the games that have been held up for quite a long time, and not because of me, but more importantly because of how much space I didn't have before, and now that I have my space again, using my, external, I can actually do as many parts as needed for Hyperdimension, Neptunia, and the others. And on top of that, well, let's talk Comicame. See, right now I'm uploading part 3 of Persona 5 The Royal. And I can tell you it's going to be one of those kind of games that is going to take a while to do. And it's not because the one reason that you think it is, because it's so long. I already know it's long. It took me 90 straight hours on PS4 to basically beat the whole entirety of the game. From start to finish. With a lot of grinding on the side and stuff I didn't know about when I was first playing it on my own. But now that I'm playing it on Steam, well, that means the game has changed. Especially when we get up to Okamura. I'm gonna leave it to your imagination right then and there. Anyway, for the list of what I plan to do, well, next week, I've already got like about 7 parts of SRW double up. So possibly when I come back from rehearsal, I will continue working on SRW just to finish out the rest of next week, which is the 6th to the 11th. So I am working currently on 6 to 11. But as far as that's concerned, I think I got up to 6. I mean, I got up to the 10th, which is a Friday. I have not done 11 yet, so it'll be done by the time I get back. I also am doing a lot of streams, so for Monday, I'm doing Evil West. For Wednesday is Dragon Ball Xenoverse. And we got an alternate, which is River City Girls. They're all PS4 games, so mind you, it's going to be something. I have not done an episode of Chest of Obscurity in quite some time, so in between everything, because I'm playing catch up with everything, yeah, I plan to finish a lot of what I didn't finish because of what happened between that short time of February into now. So, you know, I have a lot of time to make up. On top of that, well, let's see, what else is there? There is quite a bit of a lot of games I do need to cover. I'm actually glad I'm doing Evil West. There's another one I got for GOG. And yeah, I don't have a GOG account, but it was listening to me nonetheless. And that's UFO Robo Grandizer Feast of the Wolves. I did a demo run of it. I'm not sure if I want to put it up, but I just said, you know what? I'm going to give it a smell test, see if it's worth doing, and, you know, it might be. Despite the fact that the controls are a bit janky, but, you know, I think I can manage. The graphics, well, being that it's PC and not, you know, console, yeah, it's a thing, speed-wise and everything. But, you know, it can be manageable. I also got a few stuff I need to go through. I'm not going to edit that out. Makes no damn sense for me to edit out a cough. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff I need to run it back through. So, another thing I plan to cover, and it's been years since I did this one, but there was a fan translated version of Hokuto no Ken for the Mega Drive. And it basically is based off the second series, Hokuto no Ken 2, Legend of the Century Savior's End. That's what it's called. And I will be doing that sometime next week. Well, actually, I'll be doing the recording over by possibly this weekend. If not, over the course of next week. And I should have that up as well. Another game I plan to cover for Comicame would be Casino Kid. Yeah, it's based off a manga. I'm actually surprised myself. I will go into that when I get into it. Well, by the time I start recording. So, I may be doing a bit of jump cutting here and there, because it's just really a gambling game. So, it's not like you're going to miss anything if all I'm doing is just playing cards and whatnot. Because that's all I'm really doing. It's not like with the second game in which you have more to choose from. But the first game is basically you versus dealers in poker and blackjack. Another game I plan to do for Comicame, and believe it or not, there was a manga based off this, is Strider Hiryu for the NES. The entire story is basically based off the manga. Again, I'll explain that when I get into it. I'm also going to be using my laptop as a reference point for some of what I'm going to do for these Let's Plays, since I've had it all this time. You know, why not? You know, I mean, I've been working with 2 PCs, and, you know, if I need to. My brother hooked up my PC to where, you know, I could do 2 screens as well as one, but I think what I got is a pretty good setup myself. So it's not like I'm turning down, but, you know, I usually use my other monitor for PS4 games, so, you know, there's that. I also have Dolphin back up and running, so yeah, we're going to be having some fun. So Dolphin's back up and running. PSX2 is up and running. PSP is, everything is up and running. And I'm using a new DS emulator called Melon DS. That is going to be, I still have Dismu, but I'm using for all rights purposes, because I was doing a lot of testing when I was on my desktop. So lots of times when I was just doing a lot of testing, it was just basically just me seeing what I can run. So my laptop was basically testing everything that I can still run, even though I couldn't really like record proper. Desktop I could record proper. Laptop I couldn't. And not because it was outdated, but it just didn't have the get up and go speed that the desktop has. Even though it's Windows 10, the OS is outdated. That's all it is. So I wager after everything is said and done, I might want to consider taking my laptop into the shop and at least get the OS up and running. Well, more up to date than up and running. It's already running, but you don't know what I mean. Boy, I got a lot of these. Boy, howdy. So yeah, Thursdays I'm always like time conscious because, well, choir rehearsal. So that said, I'm gonna do something about this cough, because it's not into a full-blown cold. I've basically fought it down to where it stays to a cough. I've washed most of what I need to wash, at least for the moment. Probably next day I'll wash my bedclothes because they've been encased with me coughing and basically cough. And good thing is it's not like sneezing or anything like that. It's just basically cough. I'll take all this off. Had to change. Had to put all my clothes I've actually ever washed on top of what I've already washed. So I mean, they already came out of the dryer, so they're drying. But for the most part, what I'm doing is I'm just sorting through everything, making sure I have everything I need to before 5 o'clock hits. So by the time I actually am done with this video, it'd be up around Friday, the next day, which is May the 3rd. What I've been doing outside of all of this. So, well, I've been, keeping myself busy. Between therapy and auditions. No, really, all I've been doing is just keeping myself busy. I think what happened over the course of the weekend, how I got the cough, was one of two things that happened. I was in Yorba Linda for a speech meet competition. I was one of the judges. I believe my boss had a nasty cough because, she hangs around kids. She's a teacher. And, she kept coughing and, coughing and whatnot. So, I volunteered and just said, you know what, here. Offered to buy a drink, a $5 drink from Starbucks, a medicine ball they call it, just for handling coughs. Well, after, say, Sunday, what I did was, and this always strangely happens, but every time I strain my voice just a bit too far, I cough. So on top of that, this weather has been, what we have over here is marine weather. So it's been cool and hot, but it's been more cool. We've been having more sea in the air than actual heat. So it has been a thing. So I would have to basically dress up for the occasion, And because the weather has been weird, like sometimes I would have to double up or triple up in a bundle and carry something like an umbrella with me just in case. Because, California's weird like that. We got some weird ass weather. So I haven't forgotten, there's a lot of things I've just been busy with. So naturally, I've been trying to keep in contact with things. Keep in contact with people, keep in contact with my schedules and everything. Outside of, streams and Let's Plays. And if you know me, people have been trying to get me, to try and stream for a living. I'm like, yeah, it won't work. If I'm streaming for like 2-3 hours for 2 days a week, it ain't gonna work. That's it. Maybe it might work for other people, but it can't work for me. Because, it's like, if I was that interesting to where people would flock to my streams, well, then I would consider it. But since I just basically do it for fun, the profit is I'm doing it for hours. I'm playing a game for about 3 hours versus me doing a Let's Play, which takes at least a good 2 hours in a time, because it takes more time to do a Let's Play than it does with a stream. And some people just do all sorts of stupid shit with their streams. They put more into the effort of setting everything up, and then after that they freak out about the games. I'm like, me? So I ain't got time for that mess. So I just basically just say, you know what? I'm here. My mic's up. If I wanted to whip out OBS, I can do that. And if I wanted to stream on my PC, I could do that too. However, I hadn't done a test stream about on OBS since I had just started recording again. And getting back on certain games, I know one of them is going to be Tales of Legendia, because I was working on that and I only have 5 parts in. So I'm going to definitely play up to where I last stopped off on Tales of Legendia. Another game I plan to do for Comicame would be Oz over Zenith. Its European title is called The Sword of Etheria, but the Japanese version is called Us, which is based off the book The Wizard of Oz. And The Wizard of Oz did have an anime adaptation. Just like many books back in the day, such as Peter Pan, The Wizard of Oz, even The Dog of Flanders, Heidi, and even, and I didn't know about this, there was a Little House on the Prairie anime. I did not know about this, but there were plenty of books that basically were turned into anime. Even some I found myself watching back in the day, but never really found time to sit down and watch them. And the last one I actually saw was Hakuge, The Legend of Moby Dick. I plan to watch Nadia, Secret of Blue Water, because that is based off a well-known book, which most don't know, but it's based off of Jules Verne, 10,000 Leagues Under Sea. I mean, 20,000 Leagues Under Sea. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's based off of 20,000 Leagues Under Sea. 39 episodes. And by the way, it's done by the same person who did. Done by the same people who did Shinseki Evangelion. So yeah, another movie I plan to see, and I have it on my backlog, is Shin Ultraman. So if you notice with the titles and ActRaiser, that's the whole theme. That's the whole theme with ActRaiser Renaissance. So there you go. For those who wanted to know, that's your reason right there. I plan to finish ActRaiser Renaissance over the weekend too. It's like I said, I've been busy with a whole lot of stuff throughout the month of April. I'm going to be getting myself a reprieve in May. And I'm looking forward to the reprieve, starting with this weekend. Because, I plan to, after church, I don't know, I plan to maybe go out and eat, sit there for a spell, just just take it all in. It's like, okay, I've done this, I've done that, recollect and reflect on things, But aside from that, yeah, it's been crazy. It's been wild. It's been rather fruitful, but it works. It all works out. Being in my side job as a guinea pig for for science, yeah, that it pays well, but that's another thing I had to look forward to, which is tomorrow, and research calling, and they want info about what's been going on. I need to update what's been going on as far as that's concerned. So there's that. And I need to get updates about when next time I go see them as well. So they know what's going on. I know what's going on. We're both on the same track and everything. So aside from that, yeah, it's been like that. So with that said, I feel I have said all I need to say. If there are more Comicame titles coming up, I will definitely let you know. But as far as everything pre-planned as far as concerned, yeah, Comicame is going to be shaping up quite nicely. And there will be more to go on as soon as I get the time to figure out what else I'm going to be doing while I'm doing them. So if you are interested in coming to my streams, the link is twitch.tv/PookieIzzy79. You join me there every Monday and Wednesday evening. I stream from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific. It might be later for you guys if you're on the East Coast, but if you can make it, please do. It might be early for someone else overseas, but again, I'm lending out the invitation. So I don't want to hear, well, you didn't say it about you had a stream page. I just did. See, there you go. So until the next time, I'm going to go do something about this cold. Not this cold, this cough. I claim it as a cough, not a cold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stop this video. And next time we see each other, or hear from each other, we'll be on the next LP, which is going to be Super Robot Tyson Double for the Nintendo DS. I'm not sure if I'm going to do GC. Following afterwards, maybe I might do it for March. I'm not sure. But I got a few stuff I need to finish up, so I'm going to be doing that. So until next time, take care, everybody. Denkai Muso.